In ArcGIS Online, you can add custom images to point icons. Let's test this functionality. Let's work with water rights. Let's move them up. We will turn off the other polygonal layers to focus only on the points. Once we have done this, we will activate the layer and change the style in attribute. We set it by location, and in the drawing style, we go to the location options. Perfect! We have already explored this in the previous class. Let's click on Symbol. Let's notice that at the bottom of the window, we have the option to use an image. Let's click there. A bar opens for us to enter a link from the internet. Be careful with the warning. For optimal results, we should use a square image, PNG, GIF, or JPG, that is not more than 120 by 120 pixels. We copy a link and add it. If we choose the custom image category there, we will find our uploaded icon. The only option available for this is to change the size. Let's change it to 40 pixels. Let's see how it looks on our map. Click OK and then click Done. Let's go back to the Change Style menu. We also have the usual configurations to rotate the symbol, transparency, and visibility range. Let's set everything as it is and close. Let's review an option we have. When we are dealing with point files, we can generate a cluster. Let's review this alternative. We click on the cluster icon. A window opens with options. We can turn the cluster on. This tool is used to extract important information in a faster and more visual way. Since it groups several symbols into one, according to the distance between them on the computer screen, the cluster is automatically applied to various scales. This means that as we zoom out, more points are added to a lower number of groups. On the other hand, as we zoom in, these groups dissolve. When a cluster is made and it doesn't have another entity close by, it dissolves. The grouping is shown as a single entity, adjusting to the style options determined by the user previously. It is important to note that clustering can display up to 50,000 entities only on one layer. As we can see, we can increase or decrease the level of clustering according to this sliding bar. If we select a cluster, a window opens where it indicates how many entities it has grouped. We could zoom in on the cluster or examine the entities that make it up. Let's see this last option. The attribute table of that entity opens, and by clicking on this arrow, we can go through them one by one. We close this window and we review the other cluster. The other option we have is the pop-up window configuration. We can turn on or off the pop-up window. We can change its name. Let's call it Water Rights. For the moment, we won't touch any extra configuration since we will see this in the pop-up windows and attribute tables module. Let's click on OK and then click on OK again. Remember to save your changes. We have finished. We learned how to handle custom images and configure clusters within ArcGIS Online.